Okay, hi, my name is Kaya. Today I will be touching on the subject of the protests that happened earlier this month in Nepal. I would like to begin with a hypothetical. Imagine waking up, you reach for your phone, and the apps you frequent are entirely gone. They're not glitching, they're not down for maintenance for a couple hours, they're just gone from your phone. This was reality for people this month in Nepal. Today I will explain the protests that followed this decision and how my different sources covered these events. I gathered my information from 3 credible sources, the first being Encyclopedia Britannica, the second being Al Jazeera, and the most known one is the Washington Post. They will explain what took place and how the ban was received by its citizens regarding the ban. On September 4th, as I mentioned, Nepal's government banned 26 different social media platforms. This includes YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all apps I'm sure you're familiar with. And according to Business Insider, these apps failed to follow new outlines regarding its users, resulting in the ban. People were furious, and according to Britannica, the ban was seen as censorship of freedom of speech and not just an application ban. It fueled existing anger that was residing in the country itself and sparked immediate protests following the ban. This caused focus to lean towards a larger issue, which was freedom of speech. Al Jazeera focused on casualties within the incident, reporting 19 people dead, several injured. The ban was subsequently lifted after this. The Washington Post covered historic unrest. Rather than discussing violence, the source connected the ban to deeper social and economic issues. These include unemployment and inequality that left younger generations frustrated with how things were being handled. The ban was the final straw for them. This issue raises questions about the severity of the outcome, stating it was a matter of free speech and not just a ban of applications. All 3 sources did agree that the affected party was mainly younger generations. In addition to this, the protests ultimately resulted in a lifting of the ban. However, these 3 sources I mentioned did differ in emphasis. Britannica provided a wide historical perspective, putting into perspective the issues that the country had faced previously. Al Jazeera focused its coverage on casualties and injuries, as I mentioned, and the Washington Post emphasized social and economic frustrations. These shocking events remind us how closely knit social media has become to our day-to-day lives. For most people, especially those who are younger, our devices play a vital role in how we learn, how we develop our opinions, and how we interact with others. And if it wasn't for social media existing, a lot of us wouldn't even know that these events transpired. When that privilege is taken away, we see how it directly influences us, even in death. This story didn't only have its effect on Nepal, it shows us how governments with power can change our lives overnight. It also highlights the significance our voice holds with the ban being lifted. It isn't a distant story, it could happen to us as well. Thank you.